So it's Sunday, it's cold, the sun's not out, but the truck's here. We're back in the shop. I'm gonna give it a good cleaning. I'm gonna polish this paint, and I'm gonna see what we really have here. It should come around. We'll see. I got a bunch of polishing compounds and everything else. I'm gonna give it a once over. I find washing a car just really helps you understand what you got. So let's start cleaning. Washed. We power washed it, scrubbed it down, did the best we could with it. Got all the crap off the paint. Now that we're back in the shop, I'm gonna go ahead and put the shine into it. I got a buffer, some cut compound, and I'm just gonna put in some work. I'll go ahead and flip this video over to hyperlapse. You guys don't need to see me buffing and buffing and buffing, but I am gonna keep you along for the ride so you can see how the truck looks when she's got a little bit of shine on her. Before I get started, I wanted to share with you guys what I'm using to polish this paint. I got this 7-inch electric, Chicago electric polisher from Harbor Freight with a wool pad, and I also picked up some McGuire's ultra cut compound while I was there. I've used 3M products in the past and had good success, but because I'm working with this really dirty truck with probably single stage paint, I didn't want to buy expensive stuff. I just don't want to throw away money when I don't have to. And also, I wanted to see how this worked. If it works well, then why pay more for the 3M stuff when doing stuff that I'm really not a professional at? If I swirl the paint, not that big a deal on this truck. So with that, let's get started buffing this truck, bring the shine to it. I really hope this shines up, otherwise it's just a waste of time. So I've only been buffing for about, I don't know, 8 minutes. And I wanted to stop for a second and show you guys the difference between this door and this fender. That little compound back here in the doors. Get it wiped off. So, with just 10 minutes of working this buffer, let's get you guys in here and show you. So, here's the bedside. There's the door, a little wet because I just wiped it off. And then there's the fender. And then you can see the difference on the hood. Now this paint is, I mean, dude, I'm missing paint all over the place. I don't mind. I just want to bring this existing paint around. And while we're at it, I'll go ahead and take you for a walk all the way around the truck. You can see this bedside on the passenger side. Over here, the driver's side, that tailgate is, yeah, it'll come around. And here's your driver's side. So, ooh, let me get you a light. There's a little better shot. Got a light on the wall, really helps things out. So here's this driver's side. Get you a little walk around before we go ahead and polish it. There's the hood. Looking pretty rough. But I got faith. I have faith it's going to come around. So let's get back to polishing. This is going to take me a long time. Let's get started. Polishing. Well, I've got the passenger side pretty much done. I've been buffing for, I don't know, about an hour. There is wool everywhere. I'm a mess. But she's looking better. Let's take a walk down the side of this truck. So we started up here. So we started up here in the front, and then we worked our way all the way back to the tail light. I even got the tail light. I'm gonna stop today. It's getting a little late. I'm getting pretty tired. I've been working on this for a while. So we went from looking like this, an hour of buffing with some cut compound and a wool wheel on single stage paint. This is what we're looking like now. Obviously the paint's pretty rough from its past experience, but I don't mind that. It's an old work truck. So here's where we sit. I told you I was gonna put the shine to it. Now I just gotta do the driver's side and we'll be done. There's wool all over this. So, new day in the shop. We're gonna get back to polishing the paint on this. The audio might sound different in this portion of the video because I spent the money, went ahead and got a new mic setup. It's a lav mic on a wireless setup. Anyways, we're gonna get back to polishing this. I'm gonna hit this whole driver's side, the hood, and the roof. I'm gonna try to get as much of the roof as possible, but I can't really get in this bed because this thing is rotten. I mean, it is, I can reach all the way through it. It is gone. Just believe me, it's deleted. So we're gonna get back to polishing this, and then once we're done, we'll talk about what plans we have for the truck. I'll walk you through a couple of ideas that me and Sean have had, and just show you the bed of this truck and the overall condition. In the last video where we've brought this thing back to life, we didn't have a chance to go over that. We were just excited to get it running and then wanted to get it on the trailer and get back up the road. So let's get the buffer and the polishing compound and get started. Hyper time-lapse video, go.
It's welcome, baby. It's welcome, baby.
All right, day 2 of the polishing of the paint done. Got the hood completed, the whole side of the truck, and then around the back tail light, and a little bit up here on the roof. Still got to do the rest of the roof, but the pad on the buffer, since this is single stage paint and everything, is chock full, so got to clean that out and then I can finish the rest. I still got to do the front grille too. I'm going to use hand polish and get that done, but for the outside, it's shiny, looks a little bit better. So let's go ahead and talk to you guys about what the plan is on this truck. So I'm going to put you on a different stand. So the plan for the truck is to make the interior much nicer. We've cleaned it up a little bit. Let's get you in here. I fixed the door handles, they shut now. So the plan is to make the interior much nicer. We've cleaned up the dash pad and cleaned everything out of this thing. The interior was filthy. So we're gonna redo the seat upholstery, get the shifter linkage working, replace the brake master cylinder, and redo all the brake lines on the truck. After we do all that, after we redo all that, then we're gonna get the new brakes put on and eventually upgrade to like a 76 brake setup and I-beam. They have disc brakes, upgrade the master cylinder, keep the 9-inch and the drum brakes in the rear, and then freshen up the engine. The goal is to just get this thing running really nice and stopping really nice, and then enjoy the truck for a little bit. And then we have a big project. I told you guys this bed was basically deleted. There you go.
Like this thing is terrible. It's that bed is gone. So we've come up with the idea to cut all this rod out and rebuild the sides, right along here. I'm going to cut all this out all through here and then weld a new metal from the crease down, and then the same thing with this front pan or front portion of the bed. I'm not sure if I can buy that new or not. This year, 67 and up you can buy it, but the 66s is really hard to come by. So the plan is to replace that metal, build a new frame for down in here on the bed floor, and put in wood. It'll all be hand-built custom from scratch. I just think it's the fastest way to get a nice floor in this bed and then also reinforce the structure. The outside skin on this truck is actually really nice. You can see all along here, there's no rot, no body filler. The same thing with the cab corners on both sides. The tailgate's probably the worst part here with all this rust. And then the top portion of the bed here is the other worst or bad portion. But the whole underside of this bed, the cab, the bed, there really isn't any rot along here. So the good news is I don't have to worry about doing a bunch of that body work or replacing the cab corners and stuff like that. The floor pans, that's a different story. I need to get that done. But that's the plan for this truck. So I hope you guys subscribe and, you know, hit that notification bell so you guys can keep up with this project and Red, our other project that we're going to get into. So I will finish this grill on another day and probably paint this lip here black and then take the bumpers off, sand them and paint them as well. And then I have a plan for the wheels. You'll get to see that coming up. So thanks guys for watching. See you next time. There's first. There's second. Let's go ahead and put it in drive. There's reverse.